Okay, recording this about 2 in the morning. It's when I do my Zwift rides. You're not going to believe me, but I've just done a Zwift ride. Well, Zwift race. Okay, so what we're doing is just want to tell you about the Tacx Neo Plus bike. So came in this big box, Tacx Neo Bike Plus. It's actually a much better sized box than say my previous bike was the Stages SB20, and prior to that I had the Wahoo Kicker bike. They come in much bigger boxes, so great job on making a smaller box. That's point one. That's why I'm going to keep this box, because it's actually a really solid one, whereas the Wahoo Kicker box and the Stages box, absolutely massive and not really keepable. This is a great box to keep your bike in for shipping should you move. So how did I end up with a Tacx Neo Plus bike? Well, it's like I said, I had the Wahoo Kicker, I had the Wahoo Kicker version 2, I had the then I had the Wahoo Kicker bike, and so I didn't like the Kicker because it you wear out your road bike. And you know, all of us, we have these carbon fiber bikes, you know, we've spent loads of money on them and we want to save it for the road. So I really wanted a actual trainer bike and not my road bike on the trainer. So went to the Wahoo bike. It was quite a revolutionary product because it lifted and well, if you were cycling at the time, you'd know what I mean. It was kind of a first of its kind. So I went with that. I immediately had problems with the plug-in gears. They stopped working. So I got a new headset, and then on the second new headset, it was right in the middle of the racing season. And I literally couldn't wait for the new headset to arrive. So I just bought the SB20. Actually, I've also had the Atom. Who makes the Atom? The Atom bike, I had one of those as well, but the gearing on that was terrible, so I didn't keep that for too long. It was really hard to get the gears going, not very road-like. The Wahoo was great, but kept having faults with the head units. In the end, I just waited for the second replacement head unit, sold it, and I was really happy with the Stages SB20. That was all great, but when I came to move, so when I left the UK, I couldn't get it in my shipping. I couldn't ship it well with the shipping company, if that makes sense. It also is not on the verified elite Zwift bike trainer list. So any race I did in the elite category, I'll be disqualified from, because it didn't have the correct, well, it didn't have they weren't willing to put the calibration down to 1%. They left their calibration apparently at 1.5%, which didn't qualify. So when I got out here, I very quickly wanted to train a bike. I went with the Tacx Neo Plus by Garmin. That was after asking around. I checked the list. I didn't want to get a Wahoo Kicker bike, obviously, for the reasons I got rid of it in the first place. And the only other bike was the Giretto something other bike, and I wasn't getting a great feel about that. This one seemed to get positive reviews. Some of my teammates have it, so I just thought, let's do it. It was also, I don't want to say, but reassuringly expensive. I think it was the most expensive of all three. Also in Malaysia, there's not a huge cycling group, or they don't sell these by the dozen a day. So I had to find a special retailer, and I found Veloz from KL, and I think it's actually just north of KL. It's run by a man called Ten Hag, and he was an absolute legend. I found him, contacted him, and said, "Do you have this bike?" He's like, "Yes, I do." And then I was wondering how it was going to get here. I thought maybe he had arranged a courier or something. To my absolute astonishment and typical Malaysia customer service, he finished work one day, I think at around 7, drove here with the bike in the back of his truck, and got here, I think he left at 7, got here around 9. And then I thought he'd drop the bike and see you later. No. He helped me carry it up. We're on the second floor. He helped me carry it up, or I helped him carry it up. And he built it for me. He put it together. He knew what he was doing, obviously. So he put the back together, put the front on, got it all set up. And I was astonished at the customer service from him. He was also a great guy. He's a keen cyclist. He told me about the routes he does out in and around KL, routes I'm still yet to do. He's a keen cyclist, and he said there really is a community. You just have to tap into it. And he did say, like, come on a ride with me, but I've failed miserably at that. But not by any slight of him or his group. I just haven't done it. But nevertheless, if you after a bike in Malaysia, he's your man. I don't want to promise that he'll hand deliver and build it. He did for me, and I'm eternally grateful. So I've set it up. I've got a huge fan to blow me, hopefully, coolish air. I've got my aircon system up on the wall, and then I put the bike down here. Now, they often come with these rubber mats. They are the worst thing to put your trainer bike on. After I've been riding indoors since 2018, we're now 2025, so that's a good 7 years. Cardboard, you're not gonna believe me, cardboard is the best thing to go under your trainer bike. Got something in my mouth. So that's what I put down. It absorbs the sweat the best, it absorbs the vibration the best, and whenever you're done with sweating on this piece, you just put in a new piece. The rubber mats, the sweat sits there, crystallizes, and it's just terrible. So I go with the cardboard mat. I put my pedals in. You get a choice of crank length, 175 all the way down to 165 with brakes every 2.5 centimeters. That's quite normal. All adjustable. Seat. The seat back is adjustable. Height is adjustable. It comes with a towel. I always use the same headset to listen to stuff. It's then got this little sweat stopper here. It actually, when we put it on, I thought he was having a laugh, but it's actually really cool. It actually works, and I'm quite chuffed with that. Handlebars, they're fine, pretty standard. Shifters, just as you'd expect. Quite a cool thing that the other bikes didn't have is a mobile phone holder, so you whack your mobile in there. I don't overly like it because it's when I get up out of the saddle, it's right where I sweat, but it's there anyway. For long rides, put that in, no problem. I often just put my phone up on the top here. 2 little fans, they blow a little bit of air. It's nothing compared to that bad boy. And then I've got my own table. This is the, I think it's the Wahoo table. You can slide it away, slide it back. And then I run just a laptop, but I used to run a PC. I do want to get my PC back with monitor. And even better, you do PC into 43-inch TV, so you can get a full experience. And at the moment, I'm just running a laptop. And then what key thing is good internet. You need unbreakable internet, because if you lose connection for more than a few seconds, you are off the back of the pack, and there is nothing you're going to be able to do about it. I've got a couple of mobiles just so I can listen to stuff, headset, as we said. Right, it's pretty straightforward. I'll just jump on. Obviously we use clip-in pedals. In case you're new, you always definitely want clip-in pedals so you can pull as well as push. And then, so at a certain pace, the fans start. I don't know if you can see that from where you are. See the fans start? I think it's around 100 watts. Once you get over 100 watts, you get the fans start. There is also a mobile app. It's quite crucial. If you go to Tacx Training, you connect. You can connect you turn on Bluetooth. Your bike will appear on your Tacx app, and then there's a bunch of settings. Just check I've got my Bluetooth on. There's a bunch of settings in here you can choose from. The gearing, you can tell it what crank length you've got. You can tell it if you like Shimano or Campagnolo. I think that's the right phrase. You can train by the app, but no one does. You literally just want to put your settings into here. What else to tell you about the app? Yeah, it's just make sure you've got it set up right. So in terms of gearing, you can see here, I've got 39, and then change gears up 53, and then on the back, got 20 all the way down to 10. I think that's as big as gear set as it'll give you. You can obviously make the 53 into a 54. You can make the 39 down to 38. You can change all that, but in terms of the range, that's the largest range I believe it will give you. Heart rate strap that it will pick up in here and in game. RPM obviously, and obviously the watt output. And then yeah, you can see it all on screen. I'm pedaling, and here we go. We are moving forward in game. Would I buy it again? Would I recommend it? 100%. Would I recommend Veloz cycling in KL in Malaysia? 100,000%. That guy was awesome. Would I buy the other ones? No. I'd stick with this if I was to buy a second one. It's solid. And with their new power adapter upgrade, I've had no problems since that upgrade. So I'm super pleased. I think that's everything. And obviously Zwift, there's lots of now indoor platforms, but I'm still an avid Zwift rider. I join races at around Malaysia time. It's 2, 3 in the morning, which is 6, 7 o'clock European time. That's where my teammates are, so I like to race with them. Great way to stay fit, especially in an aircon room. You can listen to some good music, listen to some podcasts, do some rides, do some races, and on this bike, it's pretty damn good. That's it.